Okay, so welcome back to Final Fantasy X. This right here is going to be our biggest session because we're going to go right from here, right up to near the end game in one big sitting. We sat and played for about, I think, 4 or 5 hours on this one. Something crazy like that. So a lot gets done within these next few videos. Got 7 of them lined up, ready to go. So this area right here, we've got, as I said before, we've got another boss coming up. Quite a fun boss. I think you said it was one of your favourite ones, this boss coming up?
Yeah, because you can do it in, like, different ways.
Yeah. There are different ways of approaching it, which is the best kind of boss in this game. Considering that you have as many options as you do, all of your characters are tailored for a different activity. Unless they're Kimahri, who just does what he wants, then, yeah.
Hi there.
Hi, class guy.
Would you look at this? They always leave me behind. Oh, you want me to scratch you? There. Good boy.
Oh, Klasko. He's such he's such a nice character. He's so sweet. He's got such ambitions. He just lives in a hellscape world that is terrible. And he's treated like garbage, and it's really sad to see. I don't know what kind of soulless monster would tell him that he works better just being a miserable knight. I don't even know what that option would give you. That said, Klasko, screw you for covering up that treasure chest. That's agonising to look at.
Curse that Rin for taking up a place like this. He'll be rich by tomorrow, all on account of this celebration thing. What? You buying something from me?
I think you do buy something here. If I remember correctly. What do you buy? Oh, some good weapons available. Stoneward's always helpful, but apparently we're not. No? Ah, there we go. The Soldier's Targe, so Riku has a bit more durability. Considering that Riku goes down like a sack of potatoes when an enemy so much as glares at her at this point. She definitely needed that.
I've heard Lady Yuna is to wed Maester Seymour. It is great news. I'd like to congratulate her. But it is a pity. I'd hoped Lady Yuna would defeat Sin and bring the calm to Spear.
Yuna's still gonna journey, even after she's married.
Ah, that is also great news. Her resolve is admirable.
Okay, this is one of the last times in the game that you get an opportunity to stay at one of Rin's travel lodges and just chat to everybody. Because that's become something of a trend. We've done that quite a few times.
Come on.
I still don't see the point of resting.
Yeah, no, it's entirely pointless considering that save points fully heal you. I guess it's just, for those who want immersion in their story, you can pretend all your characters are going to sleep now. And not just sleeping around a save point. Gotta love those interactions.
Don't forget to smile, remember?
Oh, you're right. I'll try and remember.
Okay, out of all the interactions here, this one's my favourite.
Anything can happen.
Make sure you're prepared, right?
There is a saying, hurry up and wait. It means prepare quickly so you're ready for whatever comes next.
Sounds like something an old man would say.
The best thing about that dialogue right there is that if you talk to Auron, he angrily turns his head away from you no matter what side of him you come from. As demonstrated here, he literally won't look you in the eye anymore. Call me old, you bastard.
Temple not far. Why stop here?
And Kimahri makes a good point. We should probably get going now. Just a little bit of a spoiler. This is one of our last opportunities to play Blitzball until the end game kicks in. But, I'll do it all later. Oh, let's grab ourselves some, a ton of Phoenix down, apparently. And let's be off. Let's take down this next boss. Just over this way.
Lady Yuna, we've been expecting you. We were surprised you decided to come so soon. Pleasantly surprised, of course.
I can tell by the beaming smile on your face. You look so happy to see us, Trommel.
It's quite alright.
All I know is
If I
misery.
may, sir.
Milady,
I want to keep journeying, even if I marry. Do you think that Maester Seymour would let me?
but of course, milady. Lord Seymour wishes nothing else, I'm sure.
Oh, that's Seymour. He's such an open and accepting... Such an accepting fiancé. I don't know how anyone can say a bad word about Seymour, angel that he is.
I'll have to ask you to wait here a little while longer. I'll send someone to escort you.
We're all with you. Do as you will.
Thank you.
Sorry. That was your line.
Way to throw shade, Oren.
Yuna!
Yes, sir! Oh no!
Albert!
Uh-oh. You'd think we'd have spotted or heard these guys like a few seconds ago, but never mind. They managed to stealth in with their snowmobiles. They're incredibly quiet snowmobiles. How did that happen?
Stand back.
Thank you. Lady Yuna.
Nope. Need you for the boss fight. You can summon a giant electric horse.
Riku! Today done, un week trek.
That looks like, if I'm honest, it looks like a slightly naffer version of that Blitzball robot that we saw over in Luca. Albeit with a giant gun.
Did you need to translate Riku?
It's a matter of consistency. If it's in purple, I'm going to translate it. Eventually, once we get all the primers, I won't have to do it at all. I'll let the subtitles speak for me. There are a few instances later as well where, yes, it's fully translated, but I still put the subs up. I'm getting better at the subs, considering that earlier in this LP I was actually screwing them up a bit and mixing up some of them. I feel like I actually have a thing for them now. I enjoy doing them. If I had infinite time and infinite resources, I would subtitle all of these LPs for the deaf. Anyways, this boss right here can be beaten in a number of ways, as you mentioned. He has a little floating doodad up there, which can be taken down to get rid of the anti-magic shield. So, that's always a good way of going about this.
But when that goes down, he can use a mana beam?
Yes, one of his strongest moves, a mana beam, which does a solid at least 1,000 damage to every member of your party, I would say. And granted, you've done a lot of grinding and you've got some pretty maxed out characters, so they're all rocking 2,000 health at least. But even still, that is a lot of damage to take, especially if you're not expecting it. So you've got to weigh your options. How do you do this? Do you tank the mana beam, prepare for it, or do you stop it from using it by keeping up the little flying doodad? He can be affected by slow, which always helps. Less turns means less chance to charge the beam. And you know what?
That was just a test. I didn't really know that.
Yeah, that is true. But you know what this boss fight really boils down to? This is a giant electrical robot, and we have electricity powers. So, you know, there's always that. And you know what, on top of that, if that wasn't quite enough, we also have a giant horse who can literally summon electricity. So there's really not much excuse at all to die to this thing if you keep those things in mind. Let's slice and dice you down. Donk. Donk. So he's run the perimeter, running around the robot, occasionally thwacking it. That's the way to do it. Nice. And with that, Let's bring in the electric horse. Let's bring in the brony. Here he comes. Miss this guy. Alrighty, let's hit you with all the lightning in the world. And we've won the fight. It's, it really is as simple as that. One of those boss fights where I was like, I should probably speed this up. And then I actually looked at the running time and realised this is like 2-3 minutes long. Because you nuked out most of his health in one hit. With that. Donk. 9999. It's always nice to see that. It's always satisfying. Even better later in the game where you can get 99999, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Boink. Alrighty, so there goes that guy. That was pretty darn easy, all things considered. And now it's time for ham-fisted racism.
Riku! Fem dam vidran!
Aistra guardian of Yuna, Wika? Yuna kva, fafem kintran, krak kva.
We tudrek ye moha kegden.
I've never liked Brother. I think he's a jerk. I think he's just a very unlikable character, which he kind of doubles down on this in the second game.
Yeah, he's really weird.
He's full-on creeper in that one. It's like, yeah, you didn't do enough traumatizing your little sister by electrocuting her when she was a kid. Now let's throw a giant robot at her out of spite.
This is great. I can't believe I've been traveling with an Al Bhed, a heathen.
You're wrong. We have nothing against Yevon.
But you, Al Bhed, used the forbidden machina. You know what that means? Sin was born because people use machina.
You got proof? Show me proof.
It's in Yevon's teaching. Well, not that you know.
Oh, Waka here. Waka's also getting pretty high up on that ladder of unlikability.
Well, then you tell me.
Just being the most,
Where did sin come from, huh?
what's the word, obnoxious, like, religious zealot right now.
You badmouth Yevon, and that's all you can come up with.
But that doesn't mean you should do whatever they say without thinking. Nothing will ever change that way.
Nothing has to change.
You want sin to keep coming back? There might be a way to stop it, you know.
Sin will be gone once we atone for our past mistakes.
When? How?
If we keep faith in Yevon's teachings, it will be gone one day.
Why do I even bother?
Riku. Will this move?
Yes!
We're not using that, are we? Wait. Sir Aron isn't Al Bhed too, is he?
Come on, Waka.
What?
I mean, getting angry just because you found out Riku's an Al Bhed. You guys got along fine till now, didn't you?
That's different. I mean...
Well, I don't claim to know that much about Spira. And I probably know even less about the Al Bhed, but I know Riku's a good person. She's just Riku.
Lou, back me up on this. My racism is justified, right?
Let him go. Give him time to think.
I'm sorry.
You've done nothing to apologize for.
Now, this next scene, the person you jump on the snowmobile with and travel with is dictated by whoever likes you the most. So, you know what? Between Guado Salam and here, apparently Riku now likes you more than Lulu. So let's ride with Riku. All the scenes pretty much have a similar conversation, though.
Sorry about Waka.
He didn't have to be so mean, yeah? I almost cried.
Riku?
Just kidding. It's okay. At least you're still nice. Hey, do I look like Uni, you think?
Huh?
Well, my dad's sister is Uni's mother. You get it?
This is one of the only times in Final Fantasy X in its entirety that it actually acknowledges Riku as being Yuna's cousin. And in the second game, I think they kind of forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make no real reference or mention of that fact. They just refer to each other as friends through and through. Granted, your cousin can be your friend, but yeah.
You could say that they sacrifice themselves too well to bring happiness to Spira.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Riku?
yes?
Sacrifice themselves?
You know, the pilgrimage. It, takes a lot out of you.
Oh, right. But you know, Yuna's real serious about being a summoner. For Yuna, well, the pilgrimage kind of means everything to her. You are gonna help her too, aren't you, Riku? So you shouldn't say that Yuna's sacrificing herself. Riku?
So among their very anti-Yevon beliefs, I think it's quite clear that the Al Bhed don't quite agree with the pilgrimages. They seem to be quite against them, so that kind of justifies the kidnappings. Well, yeah, the kidnappings, or the kidnapping attempts at least. Oh, poor you. This character right here is a one-off character that can only be seen here this one time, and can be signed up for Blitzball. So we're gonna sign up Lina here just for the one game, just so we don't lose the opportunity to recruit her later on. Not that she's even that great of a character, you know. It's just one of those things you don't want to miss the opportunity.
Just taking her in.
Yeah. We're gonna take you under our wing for Blitzball purposes, even though, you know, we're not going to be playing much Blitzball until the end game happens. Now, this scene I find quite funny.
Halt! The likes of her are not welcome in this hallowed place.
She is a guardian.
An Al Bhed? A guardian?
Okay, we could make the argument that he's an idiot, but how is it that this guy immediately, from a distance, recognised that Riku is Al Bhed, and Wakka it's taken Wakka up to now to figure it out? Like, what? How does that even happen?
I will hold you personally responsible if anything happens.
Speaking of how did that happen, how did Wakka face through us just there? Wakka is also a ghost, apparently.